Paris is famous, amongst many things, for its bookstores, patronized by practically everybody. Some of them pretty obvious. Now, what about him? Obviously, a Sorbonne professor pursuing a valuable first edition. And there, he's found it. Oh, well, some people fool you. Now, of course, over here, Sergeant LeDuc of the Paris police is as obvious as a second head. He is supposed to be following me without my knowledge, so that he can arrest me the instant I do anything wrong. Trembling, LeDuc.
Never.
You're as upset as a mother kangaroo who's just had a pouch raided.
I am not even mildly surprised. There must be over 100 people in Paris who would like to kill the famous Simon Templar.
You tell me that.
Well, I'm terribly sorry, mademoiselle. But you didn't by any chance see who was driving this car?
As a matter of fact, I did. It was Paul Verrier, the owner. Now, will you move your car, please?
Patience is a virtue. Did you hear that, Paul Verrier?
Yes, I heard. This is police business. I said this is police business!
Yes, I heard that.
Please, monsieur, will you move your car? I have a date.
Oh, he'll wait, I would.
Put that down.
Oh, for pity's sake, monsieur, I'm very late. I have an engagement.
LeDuc, my boy, you're quite right. This is your case. My apologies for the inconvenience, mademoiselle.
Right, Monsieur Verrier.
Justine, please. Let us talk this over privately.
Talk? When do we have time to talk? And where could we possibly go to talk privately?
I will see you at the club, Paul.
Oh, don't leave, Andre. If it was not you, it would be someone else. Philippe, Charles, anybody. Only Le Louvre has more visitors than our happy home.
But Justine, I will not let you go.
And how will you prevent it?
Perhaps a gun at my head.
Justine, we have been married for 10 years. I love you.
You love no one. You love only work.
But where will you go?
What could it possibly matter?
You have a lover.
Mademoiselle, Sergeant LeDuc, police. I am looking for Monsieur Paul Verrier.
Sergeant LeDuc, my husband is here at your command. With my compliments.
It seems I have come at an unfortunate time, monsieur.
A brilliant deduction, Sergeant. State your business and leave.
It is a question of an attempt on the life of Monsieur Simon Templar. From your car, a quarter of an hour ago, 4 shots were fired at him.
And who, may I ask, was driving my car?
It is extraordinary, monsieur. I was about to ask you exactly the same question.
Pierre, this gentleman is from the police. Be so kind as to inform him where I have been since I finished my luncheon.
You have been here, monsieur.
And I've not been out at any time?
No, monsieur.
Thank you, Pierre. That will be all. This is my business partner, Monsieur André Turgot. You can confirm what my butler said?
But certainly. No doubt. But I am not satisfied.
Now listen carefully, Sergeant LeDuc. I have never, ever in my life set eyes on this Simon Templar. I have no reason whatsoever to want to kill him, and I have been in my home all afternoon. When you have sufficient evidence and a warrant, you may come back. For the time being, you have my permission to leave. Do I make myself quite clear?
Yes, monsieur. Quite clear.
Now, what in heaven's name is that all about?
Oh, police stupidity.
Obviously. My car hasn't been out of the garage since last night.
Paul, what are you going to do about Justine?
She will come back. She must.
Monsieur Fellows, I apologize.
Well, Andre, dear boy, I am getting rather impatient.
Yes, I will tell him that.
Please do.
Paul. Fellows is still waiting.
Oh, Fellows. Last night's receipts. Check them.
Of course.
You are very persistent, Fellows.
I want to buy this club and the organization behind it, including the Tangier operation. 7 million francs. Payable where you like. You can retire, relax, take things easy for the rest of your life.
I am not the type to take things easy. Nothing for me, Adele, and no bill for Mr. Fellows.
How kind. By the way, I am sorry to hear about Justine.
How did you know?
I hear things.
I suggest you do not repeat them.
I suggest you think about my offer.
No threats, please.
Threats? My dear boy, I don't do things that way. You know that. I have an operation in London. I want one in Paris. Yours. And I'll pay you 7 million francs for it.
It's not for sale.
It will be. Good night, Paul.
How much did he offer tonight?
7 million francs. Stuffed pig!
Relax, my friend.
Relax! Fellows tries to buy me out. Justine leaves me. The police accuse me of trying to kill a man that I've never even met, and you tell me to relax.
Very well. Do not relax.
I should go after Justine and drag her home by the hair.
No, that would not work. Not with Justine.
Did she ever mention this, Simon Templar?
Not that I can remember.
Does she know him?
I've no idea. Really, Paul, we have much work to do.
Then devil with work! You mind putting the car away for me, Andre?
Of course.
You are early, monsieur.
I didn't feel like work. No, don't bother about the door. Monsieur Turgot is coming.
Monsieur, may I say something?
Need you ask?
I am desolated about Madame.
Thank you, Pierre. So am I.
Can I get you anything?
I will have a cognac.
Oh, and Monsieur Verrier,
Oui?
when you have so much on your mind, I regret to mention it, but, well, it is the 31st.
Oh, your salary. I'm sorry to forget. Oh, here. Get my checkbook from the cabinet. Get Bolland.
Bolland?
Offer him 100,000 francs to kill Templar.
Why?
Look at the door.
Inspector Quercy, Sergeant LeDuc. Oh, you must meet my friends. They play in the Paris Symphony.
Mr. Templar, last night you tried to kill Paul Verrier.
Did I? Why?
Because he's a gangster and a murderer, and because he tried to kill you.
Then why don't you arrest him?
Well, it is not so easy. There is a lack of evidence.
And just how did I make this attempt?
With a bomb.
Of course, you do have evidence against me.
Luduc.
Oh, it's just not me. It's a forgery.
Get out of that bed and dress yourself. You are under arrest.
Inspector, I have never even laid eyes on Paul Verrier. Last night at 10, Therese, Celeste, and myself, we were practicing a rather obscure Mozart string quartet.
A quartet? With 3 people?
Jacqueline?
Yes, my angel?
A quartet.
You! A splendid performance, children.
Jacqueline? You, darling, were merely magnificent.
Simon, for you, anything.
Anything?
Anytime.
Anytime.
Any place.
Now you tell me.
You must watch him most carefully. He must not be allowed to get within a mile of Paul Verrier. Understand?
Yes, Inspector.
Oh, mon Dieu, they are violinists.
Garage, please. Alphonse, or Simon Templar. You think you could bring my car around in about half an hour? Oh, by the way, thanks for the tip about the explosion in Paul Verrier's flat last night. Came in very handy. So did your 3 cousins. Very lovely.
Bolland is outside.
Bring him in.
Paul, please do not do this thing.
Templar tried to kill me. And instead he murdered a man who has worked for me for 15 years. Bolland, if you please.
Monsieur Bolland, will you come in, please?
Merci. Ah, Monsieur Verrier. How pleasant to see you. It has been much too long.
About 7 months, I think.
8 months, 16 days. I keep track of these things.
Bolland, you never cease to amaze me. I mean, you look like,
A clerk? And nobody? Oh, no, do not deny it. I regard it as a compliment. I am nondescript deliberately. Nobody ever remembers having seen me. That is why I am never caught. Voila. Who is the target?
Simon Templar.
Ah, the one they call the Saint.
Yes.
And where is he to be found?
Hotel Concorde, room 511. Now, may I ask how you propose to...
The details are my affair. He will be dead before noon. And now, we will talk about money.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Sergeant Inspector Quercy has ordered you to follow me everywhere, right?
Right.
And follow me. Life's far too short for pettiness, wouldn't you agree?
Oh, absolument, monsieur.
Good, so I'm going to take you to one of the best restaurants in Paris. And if you promise to forget you're a detective, I'll promise not to try and give you the slip.
Your word of honor?
Word of honor. Word of honor.
Monsieur Templar, this luncheon, in the police, we...
Mon ami, you are to be my guest.
Ah, monsieur.
Oh, dear.
You forget something?
Yes, my cigarettes.
Oh, monsieur, I regret, but...
I gave you my word of honor, didn't I?
Forgive me.
That's better. Don't you think this is carrying free expression a little too far? Or is this your profession or your hobby? There doesn't seem to be much point in hanging it up, does there? What's the matter? Lockjaw? Well, let's see if we'll loosen it up.
Oh, no. Please don't. No. Oh, no, don't.
Oh, why the tears? You haven't been hit yet.
But I deserve it. I am very silly, stupid, and childish.
And homicidal. You fired 4 shots at me from poor Verrier's car.
Oh, but you are in no danger.
I know they were blanks. I found a cartridge case in the car.
Oh, I would never really hurt you. I just want to make you very angry.
Well, you've been moderately successful so far.
Oh. You must believe me. I swear this is the truth. I work for the newspaper. And I learned that the great Simon Templar is coming to Paris. So I decided to make you so angry towards Paul Verrier that you would kill him. You see, a year ago, there is a bank robbery. My father is a guard. And Paul Verrier shoots my father in cold blood. The police can prove nothing, and the case is dropped. Oh, please. Please say you believe me.
Well, I'll think about it while you tidy up my room.
Does this go here, Simon? you going to take me to the police then?
Why, don't usually do their work for them.
Please, Simon. I swear I had nothing to do with the bomb in Verrier's flat. You to believe me?
Oh, of course you're a simple, uncomplicated, nice little girl.
Ow!
Get out!
Congratulations, Inspector Quercy, for once you got your man.
Who is he?
A hired gun working for poor Verrier.
You have no proof. You will do nothing, you understand? We will investigate this man, and we will question Verrier.
Well, you do that. But you better have some answers for me by this time tomorrow.
Has Andre arrived yet?
Oui, Monsieur Cavalier.
I want him.
Très bien, monsieur.
Paul, dear boy.
Good evening.
I just dropped in to offer my profound sympathy.
What for?
Oh, for that simply frightful attempt on your life. A bomb going off. Terrible.
And what do you know about it?
Oh, just what I read in the newspapers.
And perhaps a little more, eh? Maybe this Simon Templar is working for you.
Paul, you know that's ridiculous. Heard from Justine?
Why are you so interested in my wife?
I say, you are touchy this evening. You know, it's sad. I've always thought you the ideal couple. I'll increase my offer. 9 million francs. You have until midnight on Thursday to make up your mind.
And why the time limit?
I'm an impatient man, dear Paul. Good night.
Your bill.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Yes, operator, in London. Flaxman 3275. A personal call to Mr. Charles Braddock.
Braddock?
Yes. Yes, I will hold the line.
But why?
Look at that. Bouland was shot. He bungled it. Templar is still alive. This time with Braddock handling it, there will be no mistake.
Oh,
Justine, my dear.
see Paul.
I did.
And?
I offered him 9 million.
You refused.
Well, he didn't accept. You know, my dear, it'd solve all our problems if Paul died and you inherited. Well, don't look so outraged, my dear Justine. I know perfectly well that you hired Simon Templar to kill him.
Inspector Quercy, I told you I wanted a few answers, and since you don't have any, I'm going to ask the questions myself.
Mr. Templar, I will not tolerate this interference. I absolutely forbid you to take the law into your own hands. I will...
Somebody has convinced poor Verrier that I want to see him dead. So much so, he's trying to kill me first. I think it's time we had a showdown.
Oh, he's mixed up in everything in Paris that is evil.
Yes, I know. And I want a few of the details.
Are you not afraid?
Why should I be?
But he is very dangerous.
So am I.
Sorry, monsieur, we are closed.
I wish to see Monsieur Verrier.
You don't understand, monsieur. He does not wish to be disturbed.
You were saying?
You must be Mr. Braddock.
Monsieur Verrier?
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Braddock.
Thank you.
Of course, I know of you by reputation.
Most people do.
Won't you come in? Andre, this is Mr. Braddock.
Monsieur Braddock, we were not expecting you until the 6 o'clock flight.
Yes, well, I caught an earlier plane.
Andre is my lieutenant, Andre Turgot.
I have heard that you have moved out of London into the country, eh?
Yes, my hobby is gardening.
But I called you at the London number.
I conduct my business from town. I have an office there.
Well, coming to business, do you know a man called Simon Templar?
Yes, I've met him. I like poor chap.
I want him killed.
May I ask why?
Well, one, because he tried to kill me.
And failed? I always thought that Simon Templar was 100% efficient.
Someone else was killed by the merest accident. The second reason is because he is having an affair with my wife.
This is your wife?
Yes.
He has good taste.
Will you do it?
Of course. Nobody in the world is better equipped to get rid of Simon Templar than me.
Excellent.
About my fee.
Well, money is no object.
How much do you pay Boland?
You know about that?
Of course.
How?
It is my business.
Well, Boland's fee was...
Well, it really doesn't matter. Mine is 200,000 francs.
200,000 francs?
Half now and half on completion.
That is a lot of money. I don't know whether...
We might just as well forget it, so I'll say good morning. Good morning.
Wait!
If I'm supposed to be having an affair with Madame Verrier, I'd like to meet her. You think you'll find her address?
I think I can get it to the newspaper, the social columnist.
Well, you do that. Track her down, and then we'll be back at the hotel at 7:30, huh?
Simon, you are running a terrible risk.
That's what makes life interesting. I'll see you later.
Here we are. 5,000 francs for your immediate expenses. Your fee will be $500,000.
$500,000?
I can afford it.
Oh, very decent of you.
Now you check in the hotel and wait in your room. You do nothing until you hear from me, you understand?
Mr. Verrier, you're paying. You're the boss.
That's right.
You rang for room service?
Oh, Simon. Oh, you are late. I'm so worried. Where have you been?
Confusing the ungodly. Any news of Madame Verrier?
Oh, it is easy. She is staying at the apartment of a friend who is visiting America.
Oh, good work.
Oh, and I learned something else. There's an Englishman by the name of Fellows. He is trying most hard to buy the business of Paul Verrier.
How hard?
What do you mean?
It's usually easier to buy someone's business after the owner's dead. In half an hour, call Inspector Quercy. Tell him to go to the Hotel Gala, Rue des Archives, and pick up an Englishman by the name of Charles Braddock.
Oh, what is he?
A gunman.
Oh, where do you go now?
See Madame Verrier. Madame Verrier?
Yes.
I'm Simon Templar. Not very hospitable, are you?
And why should I be?
Well, apparently you and I are having an affair which everybody in Paris knows about, except us.
Please go.
Oh, why? We're just getting to know each other.
You tried to kill Paul. You planted a bomb in his apartment.
Now, that's funny, because it's exactly what I was going to say to you. Stop being silly, Madame Verrier. Answer a few questions. Somebody is doing his or her best to build up a vendetta between your husband and me. Who?
I don't know.
Fellows, perhaps? Ah, I see you know the name.
He's a friend.
I'll bet. And he wants to buy your husband out.
Yes.
And you want him to sell.
Yes. Why? I want him to give up the life that he leads. On 9 million francs, we could live happily for the rest of our lives.
Well, Madame Verrier, the way things are going, the rest of your husband's life is going to be uncomfortably short.
Mr. Fellows would like to talk with you.
Why did you say so? I just can't wait to talk to Mr. Fellows. Such warm hospitality.
Ah, Mr. Templar. I've been looking forward to meeting you for years.
Well, I hope you're not disappointed.
Oh, but I am.
Those attempts on Verrier's life, almost amateur. I'd have thought you'd have been much more inventive.
Well, I apologize. How would you have done it?
Oh, perhaps invited him here, suggested we had some steam, then arranged to have him locked in. With the steam full on, you'd be surprised what happens to a man in 4 or 5 hours. Faintly reminiscent of broiled chicken.
How appetizing.
Or I'd have arranged a car accident or a fall from a high building. But a bomb in his flat, really, Templar.
Well, Mr. Fellows, I shall give your suggestion some very careful thought.
Please do. But not until after midnight on Thursday.
Oh?
I'm in the middle of some rather delicate negotiations with Paul.
Buying his business.
Just so. I'd like him to remain alive until after the deal's completed. Until then, just as a precaution, you understand, you'll be staying here as my guest.
Then I might as well make myself comfortable.
Do. And as soon as I've acquired the business from Paul, you may kill him in any way that your whimsical sense of humor may suggest.
You're very generous.
Come in. Ah, Braddock.
Templar's passport, his wallet.
He is dead?
In his hotel room.
I am impressed.
All in a day's work. Now I'll have the balance of my fee.
You have earned it. It is a pleasure to work with a professional.
I'm glad you appreciate me.
You had no difficulty?
Not particularly.
There is no possibility of my being implicated in any way?
None.
You're going back to London?
On the midnight plane.
There's just one thing that baffles me.
Oh, what's that?
Why should Templar want to kill me?
Ask him. He's Templar. The real Braddock has been arrested.
Oh, well, you can't win them all.
If we want it dead, we shall have to do it ourselves.
You're right.
I don't suppose anybody cares about my opinion.
The old house on the building site.
Oh, you own that. I wondered how that tied in.
Through the bar, and no false moves, please. Up.
Just one question, Andre. Who gets it first?
Paul. Andre!
Very neat trick, Andre. Oh, and thanks for calling the police.
Don't mention it.
He called Inspector Quercy, told him about Boland. You see, it didn't suit his plans to have me killed first.
But why?
Well, shall I tell him, Andre? Or will you?
Please do, if it amuses you.
A girl named Annette had the brilliant idea of firing blanks at me from your car. Oh, she reasoned that if she could get me mad enough, I might be goaded into killing you.
But why should you want me killed?
Her father was a bank guard. He was killed in a bank robbery which you were involved in. Well, anyway, all this suited Andre's plans to a T. He planted the bomb in your flat and tried to frame me for it.
Is this true?
I'm afraid so.
And now he plans to kill you first, and then me. And when the police eventually find us, they'll figure we shot it out.
But I've always been your friend. I've always treated you fairly.
I've worked for you for years. Always you had everything, and I had to take what was left. You even had Justine. And now, you think you can sell out to fellows and throw me on the scrap heap? Well, it is not going to work.
The men will never accept you.
No. Not if they think that I killed you. But if they think that Templar did it, and that you shot him in self-defense, they will actually be begging me to take over.
Well, Mr. Templar, it would seem that we are both on the same side.
Not that it will do you any good.
Thanks, Verrier.
I'm sorry, Monsieur Templar. We could not have known each other better.
Inspector, you better get a doctor for Verrier.
Sergeant. Yes, Inspector.
Andre was behind it all along. He wanted to take over.
Oh, Simon, are you all right?
Fine. It takes more than this to kill a saint.